Hello everybody, welcome to the sound test room. Today we're going to take a look at additive synthesis in SynthMaster 2. So SynthMaster 2 is incredibly powerful. You have basically two layers. Each layer has two oscillators. We're just going to use, because I want this to be quick, I'm just going to use one layer here, layer 1, and we're just going to use one oscillator. Now everything I do here can be replicated in oscillator 2 and in layer 2, and you can choose any type of synthesis you like for any of the layers or any of the oscillators. First thing to do is go to here and hit init, and this will reset SynthMaster 2 to its absolutely basic position where you get a sawtooth wave. First thing we want to go is where it says type here, we're going to hit basic, and then we're going to choose additive. And you'll see this will appear here, like this. Okay, so now you have a sawtooth wave. You have a sine, I'm not sure what that's a sine. Yeah, you have a sawtooth, a square, and a bunch of sine waves. Now, it's like a mixer. This becomes like a mixer now, okay? So you have your overall volume, your drift amount, which you won't really hear. And what we can do is we can pull these up and down to blend between the different and we can watch our volume here, or our overall volume for our oscillator. And now you'll hear the drift, where it drifts between all the waveforms that are inside the additive oscillator, right? Okay, so what's cool is if we go back to our basic one here. And push that up full. If we tap on the little box here, we can change the waveform. We can have a sine, triangle, square, sawtooth, pulse. We won't hear pulse because we need to adjust another parameter to open up the pulse, and a noise. Let's go back to triangle, but we can also have all these different waveforms in here as well. So, and there are literally, God, there must be probably thousands. Loads from Dean. So let's choose that one for this one. Okay, let's close all these. Go to our second. Let's turn the volume down. We'll drive up this volume for the second additive, which is a sine. Open this up. We can also import our own wave files, or we can use the samples that are already included. There are tons and tons of these in here already. So we've got, like, we could go, what's this? Or like a little beat there. Not sure what that is. Some from Nat Life. Okay, we'll stick with that. Now we can blend between and that. If you hold it, it's got a bit of effect on when it was recorded with the wave. And along we go. Now, let's just take a look at the number below and turn these down, drive up this sine. Just tap the little 3 below it here. And this is where this is an integer. So listen to this. And then we can go semitones. So 7 semitones for number 3. If we close this back out again. This is giving you a perfect fit. on you go, just selecting different. We're not going to hear the pulse because we need to make an adjustment. We could put some noise in there though. And again, with any of these, you can reset. You see, it tells you there. So there's other things we can do really, really quickly before I go to adjust the sound of this. Of course, you got key track and speed, drift amount's nice. We have our ADSR now. Our ADSR1 is, if we look at here, is already pre-wired. It's already pre-wired into the key zone. So you don't need to do any patching here, but we can now adjust our attack time. We can switch on filter 1. And just quickly go to our effects section here, long hold on any of these, choose maybe the reverb. Choose reverb. And you've built a real quick patch. So you see, we could do some other cool stuff, maybe some chorusing. We can make a pad. If we we'll just fix this though. We don't want that to be. We'll have it maybe 12. Lovely, and there's all sorts of other cool stuff. You have distortion for the filter, drive, type. Well, no, position, sorry. We could also modulate this really easily, so we can modulate really literally anything. If we go to our, well, you can use a multi-segment envelope generator. We'll use an LFO. I'll show you a little tip of the LFO as well that I like. There's our noise. If we take our LFO, we see hit this little icon here. If we pick this up like this, means we can drop this anywhere. If we hover just below any of these controls, you'll see they'll light up. And this is where we can literally modulate anything inside of SynthMaster 2. Let's just drop it below there, that frequency, and you'll see now. Let's turn the volume down a little bit here. Here's the tip, right? Before I adjust the LFO to something more sensible, you'll see every time I press a key, the LFO resets itself. Nothing matter with that, but for some things like this, as I'm playing keys, I'd rather that LFO was continuing through its cycle. So if I go where it says trigger here, it's at the moment it's in poly. If we open this and just hit global, what will happen now as I play a key, the LFO will continue to just cycle through wherever it is. So this is nice. So for things like evolving pads, but at the moment the LFO is going way too fast, so we want to slow it down for the start and decrease its volume. Decreasing its volume is basically decreasing the amount of the LFO effect will have. And there are a couple of other. You can add noise into the LFO to give it a little bit more. We can change the phase. And a tone. Nice. And as it's getting to the top, it's opening up the filter more. Of course, you can still make adjustments to the filter. You could have, like, say, the filter its normal position a little bit higher. What's also nice on the reverb, I like to do this with all reverbs if it's possible as well, because I think it just sounds nice, is we can modulate the reverb. So the reverb is modulating itself. Actually, you get this really lovely wibbly wobbly effect just on the reverb, and you'll hear it most on the reverb tail sort of thing. So if we turn the mod amount all the way up, and again, this can be modulated with another LFO. You have 4 LFOs that you can use, or you can apply the same LFO to something else as well. The mod speed. So if I hit a key now, the tail of that reverb is really ethereal, and that's determined by the modulation amount. The speed, of course, is going to create some really nice effects, actually. A lot of the time I like it for these kind of, listen to that. They changed out some of these cool samples as well, you know. And that, guys, is that. Then you can just go and, you know, choose where you want to save preset as. You want to choose a bank, choose one of mine, and then you just go, okay, preset name is, I don't know, dark. Just call it dark. Dark cave. That's creative, isn't it? So, and then we just hit save, and it's done, dark cave there, and we can recall it. If we go to our browser now, go and find wherever you've stored your patches, it'll be there as well. Okay, awesome. And that's it. That is a little quick patch design with the Additive Synth. So much more you can do. What is good to remember is that everything is on one page for each oscillator. So we could switch oscillator 1 off, go to oscillator 2, turn it on. Bearing in mind that the layers share the same effects. So if we layer 1, oscillator 1 and 2 shares the same effects and the same filter. But layer 2 shares a completely different set of stuff. If we turn layer 1 off, turn layer 2 on, we're back to our default, and we can blend these two together here, obviously, with the mix. So let's turn layer 1 back on, turn oscillator 1 back on, Now we've got a blend between the very basic oscillator 2, but because of the adjustments we've made to our envelope and our effects, even this basic sawtooth wave is sounding really nice actually. So much stuff you can do. Actually sounds really nice. I think I'll just save it. Save preset. I'll overwrite it. I would probably kind of lower the volume a little bit, I think. And then, right, I'm not going to get into this now, but I'll do another tutorial on the effects section, because you have effects buses and different effects for layers 1 and 2, so you can see what's going on there, sort of thing. We know we've got a reverb and a chorus going on, but you can then add effects to the bus senders and things. It's very deep. Anyway, there you go. I'm going to save that again in case I just made an adjustment to it. Yes. Okay. So there you go. Really nice. All right. Top job. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Top job. Cool beans. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Strike the like is good because it helps with the algorithm. Anyway, yeah. Brilliant. See you guys later. Ta-ra.